Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiva Drive. And this time around, for the first time ever, we are here at Georgian Bay waterfront at sunset, as you can see. First time ever driving a hybrid car. And this is the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia Hybrid. It only exists in a hybrid version, and the only option you can have is the limited version, which this is. So the base car is a 60 grand, and the limited option is about 2 grand, so 62 altogether. It is kind of hard to say what it is. Some say it's a tall wagon, some say crossover, some say small SUV. It's definitely not as tall as a RAV4, and it's definitely taller than, for example, a V60 wagon Volvo. So it's kind of in between. So I guess we can just call it a crossover. Too bad it's not available in plug-in hybrid, but because it's so popular, we decided to review a hybrid for a change because they are quite popular. So as you can see, the LED signatures, you have the DRLs, which are flickering on my camera, and the headlights are down below. The limited version is equipped with automatic lights and automatic headlights, rather high beams. So it is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine equipped with a CVT transmission and a 1.2 kilowatt-hour battery. We won't be testing the charging because you cannot charge it. It's a self-charging hybrid, as Toyota calls it. So we'll tell you what our consumption results were. We won't tell you much about our electric range because even though it has an EV button, but more on that in a moment. So let's just show you the side view. It is a quite stunning looking tall wagon, and especially in this fire engine red color. I'm not sure what Toyota calls it. Upgraded rims as well. The black and red combination is quite stunning. Let's show you the back. It's a unibrow at the back with a sizable trunk. So we'll show you the trunk in a moment. Let's show you the interior of the car here. You've got it's quite a bit different than some of the other Toyotas that we drove, both plug-in hybrids and full electrics like the BZ4X, which is now called the BZ, or the RAV4 plug-in hybrid or the Prius plug-in hybrid. So here it's a regular dashboard. You look through the steering wheel, not above it like in the BZ. And another center screen. As you can see here, the consumption history, so we'll tell you all about it in a moment. What we love about this car is going against the wave of cars that are doing everything on the center screen. You still have this climate screen here. You have your seat heating, seat cooling, front and rear defroster, climate functions, etc. All is here in this climate screen, which is great. The car looks like it has an opening sunroof, but it doesn't. It's a fixed glass roof, which has this divider in the middle, which I think has some structural safety function, but it is just one piece glass on top and it does not open. So I'm right now in a pretty comfortable position. Here is your drive mode button, your EV mode button, which we'll show you in a moment, the parking brake, DSC off, and the shifter has P, R, and D, and S. There's no B mode like in some of the other hybrids and plug-in hybrids from Toyota. You do have a wireless charger here, and of course you have wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Okay, so let's jump in the back seat now to show you the space in the back. And of course, because this is limited, you have a JBL stereo system. It sounds amazing. So let's jump into the back seat, and here you go. So the space in the back, it's quite ample. Look at this. I'm 6'3" or 190 centimeters, and I have plenty of space for my legs. So no problem with space for legs. In terms of the headroom, it's okay. Again, I'm not touching the ceiling. There's about a few fingers of space between my head and the ceiling here in the back. So it's quite comfortable. A very elegant interior. This is kind of a dark gray with light stitching. So there we go. Here again, the interior. Okay, let's show you the trunk. So this being a wagon version, or the regular Crown is a hatchback. This Crown Signia is a wagon, and it's only available as a hybrid. So here you go. It says the HEV, all-wheel drive, Crown, and limited. So this is the flagship of the Toyota, and the engine just came on. The flagship of the Toyota sedans and wagons. It was available in Japan and Europe for many years. It's the first time ever that this Crown is making it into North America. Just a 60-40 split for the rear seat, and here you have some storage under the floor, so the hybrid battery takes up some space. You can see here the battery is right here. The rest of it is just like an emergency kit and such, so not much more space under the floor, but it is quite a substantial size trunk in the back. So no charge port here because it's a hybrid, not a plug-in hybrid, but in our opinion it's a great looking car. We just wish it was available as a plug-in hybrid. Perhaps there's a chance that in the future it will be. The brand new, just launched RAV4 PHEV has amazing specs with over 20 kilowatt hours of battery, giving you close to 100 kilometers range, and for the first time ever a DC charging. So we're hoping to test for you later this year. Okay, so that's about it for the walk around. Let's jump inside and tell you all about our impressions and about the consumption test results. Okay, so let's jump inside and tell you all about this 2025 Toyota Crown Signia. All right, so here we are inside this first ever hybrid that we have ever tested, the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia Hybrid, and it's the only version that it comes in. So here's the typical Toyota gear shifter. You have to turn it left, and then right away the doors are closing. Push it towards you for drive and away from you for reverse. There's a sport mode as well that you can activate by putting it again to the there you go, we're in drive. One more and we'll be in sport mode. Just one down is sport mode. The drive modes, you have them here. So you have custom, you have sport, you have normal, and you have eco. So we've done most of our testing in eco mode. In the EV mode you have here, basically you can turn it on below a certain speed. I think it's only about 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. And you can toggle this. So once you're in drive, which we are, actually we are in sport. So in sport you cannot toggle the EV mode. So let's go back to, there you go. Let's go back in S. And then now we can toggle the EV mode. There you go. You can see here, EV mode is on. Here you have the indicator of the battery, and you cannot really control it. It shows you the percentage of the battery and about 6 or 7 bars. It's pretty low right now, so the engine will come on at any moment. So all we can report about, as you can see on our screen, we have the history of the consumption. We'll tell you all about our city and highway consumption results. All in all, it's a very comfortable car. We just wish it had a bigger battery and a plug, but anyways, it's pretty efficient, even though it has this fairly large 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors and only 1.2 kilowatt hour battery. So we are in drive right now, so let's start on our way and tell you all about our test results. So we're gonna take it easy because we're slightly off-road here on the shores of the Georgian Bay, our usual testing ground. And so we drove this car a few times from Toronto to our base at the Georgian Bay near Midland, Ontario. And so we were able to drive it both on local roads in the city, in Toronto and up north, and on the Highway 400 as usual, northbound, southbound, a couple of times in each direction. So we have a pretty good idea of what can be achieved with this fairly comfortable family wagon or crossover or small SUV, whatever you want to call it. I guess Toyota calls it a crossover. Yes, we're still in electric, but you will notice probably because the battery is so low, any moment, once we go especially 30 kilometers per hour, the engine will come on and you'll probably hear it on the mic. So let's see. There we go. Just above 30, EV mode deactivated. Past 30 kilometers per hour, the engine comes on to charge the hybrid battery. And it is, by the way, only 1.2 kilowatt hours, and it's a NIMH chemistry battery. So very, very much old school type of battery. Okay, so let's get to the results of our testing. In the city, the lowest result we were able to achieve, in case you haven't seen our post on our Facebook page, in the city, a few times we were able to achieve around 4.5, 4.3 even liters per 100 kilometers, which is pretty good for such a big car. On the highway, on the 400, going back and forth a few times, we're able to achieve just over 6 liters per 100 kilometers, which is right on the Transport Canada rating for this car. It has a rating of 6 liters in the city, so we were actually able to beat it, and 6.2 liters on the highway, and we were right on the rating for this particular car. So all in all, we won't take much of your time any longer because this is not a plug-in hybrid, it's not a full electric, so we won't tell you about our charging experiences with this car. It is just a regular hybrid. What we do have to mention, because some of the viewers have actually asked to explain it, the differences between mild hybrid, full hybrid, and a plug-in hybrid. So let's start with the mild hybrids. These are just 48 volt systems, which basically don't allow you to drive any distance in at all in full electric, perhaps just before you stop the car, or when you're crawling into the stop sign or just after the stop sign, and that they have a very small hybrid battery, which is only a 48 volt system. This particular full hybrid, there's quite a lot of full hybrids, especially with Toyota. It's a 230 volt system using 1.2 kilowatt hour hybrid battery that has the NIMH, or a nickel metal hybrid chemistry. And it will allow you to run 1 or 2 kilometers in pure electric. If you're super careful, maybe up to 3 or 4 kilometers, but this is very minimal electric range. But over driving, whether it's city or highway, you will notice, because we posted a lot of the stats after every trip, you get the stats when you turn off the car in terms of the distance you were able to drive percentage-wise along your trip. And so the hybrid system turns on when you're going downhill or slowing down or decelerating. And in the city, quite often, like you can see right now, it's gone back to full electric. So if you're careful with the accelerator pedal, you can kind of stay in full electric for longer periods of time. So with our experience of hypermiling electric cars and plug-in hybrids, we were able to get pretty good results with this hybrid as well. You can use the same techniques to kind of hypermile it and try and it's kind of like a game, trying to keep this hybrid in full electric as much as possible. So some people driving behind you may be a little bit annoyed or angry at you, but we love playing this hypermiling game, and it also works with the hybrids. So In terms of the pricing, it's 60 grand, 62 grand. You kind of you have option to go with a larger Grand Highlander hybrid, which is more money. Same with the Siena all-wheel drive hybrid. It's going to be kind of around the same range. But this is a very sexy, sporty wagon car. Not sporty by its performance, but sporty by its looks. I really love the looks of this Toyota Best out of the other alternatives that you have in terms of hybrid Toyotas. Way sexier than the RAV4 Prime, or PHEV as they call it now. Much better looking than the Highlander or Grand Highlander, and those are, of course, are SUVs. And of course, cannot compare it with a van. Siena all-wheel drive hybrid is basically just a van, you know. So for anyone who doesn't want to drive an SUV or a van, this is a great alternative, and it's available only in hybrid, unlike the regular Crown hatchback, which has different versions to it. So I highly recommend that you should kind of you know, consider it if you're looking at hybrids. If your budget is around 60 grand, this is a great hybrid car. We really enjoyed our time with it. So yeah, go ahead and if you have any questions regarding this test, don't hesitate to comment under our video. We'll be happy to answer your questions. And as usual, don't forget to press the subscribe button on our channel to be informed when the next review will be coming. We'll have lots more plug-in hybrid and pure electric reviews coming to our channel. And who knows, if this video does well, then perhaps we'll be testing more hybrids for you as well. So thanks again for watching. And as always, we have to thank our sponsor, Condos and Castles Realty Inc. You can find them at www.condosandcastles.com. Thanks very much, and see you at the next review.